What is up, guys? Somehotcookies here, and today we are going to break down everything you missed in the Umgadi faction trailer for Mortal Kombat 1. If you're hyped for even more Mortal Kombat 1 coverage to come from the likes of EVO, the Kombat Cast, and Gamescom, make sure to show off that hype by hitting the like button. And make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with everything Mortal Kombat 1 releasing soon. Now let's get into the Umgadi trailer breakdown. In the beginning of the trailer here, you can see a Shokin. This is a person who is the same race that Goro is, leading the carriages or carts that assumingly Liu Kang and Li Mei jump out of to fight the enemy forces a little later in the trailer. And if you've seen my video on what was revealed during the San Diego Comic-Con panel for Mortal Kombat 1, you can find out what they were talking about inside the cart before the fight and who they're fighting, where they reveal an assumingly new roster and cameo character. I'll have that video in the description down below if you want to know more.
Umgadi are warrior priestesses, selected from the firstborn.
If you take a look at this shot with Mileena and Katana, you can see the Umgadi guards to either side of them with shields that are apparently in the shape of what we assume to be the Umgadi emblem, because this shape is not only here, but in two other places as well, and we will pause and mention it as we get to them.
Daughters of Outworld.
Now let's play that back one more time. Pay close attention to what Liu Kang says here.
Umgadi are warrior priestesses, selected from the firstborn daughters of Outworld.
Liu Kang mentions that Umgadi are warrior priestesses selected from the firstborn daughters of Outworld. Now at first, I took this as Mileena and Katana are named or given the title the firstborn daughters of Outworld, but upon closer inspection of Tanya's bio, which was released after the trailer, it actually sounds like the Umgadi take the firstborn daughters of families born in Outworld. Tanya's first line of her bio says, "Chosen as an infant from Outworld's firstborn daughters, she was raised by the priestesses, she's never known her birth family." And after skipping a bit ahead in the bio, after many attempts, Tanya finally passed her trials and became a full-fledged Umgadi. So to wrap it all up, it sounds like if you have a daughter for the first time in Outworld, they are taken from you as an infant, raised by the other priestesses, they don't mention if they are the ones who have failed their trials or not, and try their best to pass all the trials in order to become a full-fledged Umgadi, which seems to serve the royal guard to the princess and even the throne.
From infancy, they are trained to defend the royal family.
I will prevail, Earthrealmer.
If you look here, you can see that Li Mei is not only fighting with high heels on, but also has what I believe to be the Umgadi emblem as a tattoo on her arm.
This fight is more important to me than you can ever know.
Li Mei used to lead the Umgadi.
One thing of note in this fighting segment is that Li Mei seems to have similar, if not the exact same kick she used to have in older 3D era Mortal Kombat games.
It was on her watch that the princess's father was murdered.
In this segment, you hear Liu Kang say that on Li Mei's watch, the princess's father was murdered, so Mileena's dad, who we assume to still be King Jerrod in this timeline, Sindel's significant other before Shao Kahn in the old timeline, is already dead yet again, and apparently it was done on Li Mei's watch as leader of the Umgadi.
Surrender if you wish to remain unharmed.
Let us pass, Tanya. The Empress and her family are in danger.
Are you so—
Here, if you look at the top of Tanya's head, she seems to be wearing a hair clip that yet again is in the shape of what I believe to be the Umgadi logo. If you look here behind Tanya, female Chameleon seems to be sitting patiently while Tanya and Li Mei talk to each other in the trailer.
easily taken in by lies? Let's see if you still fight like an
Here, Tanya seems to activate an ability that buffs her in some way as she sits still for a bit and then gets the yellow aura and circle behind her.
Umgadi.
My edge hasn't dulled, Tanya.
In this fighting segment with Tanya, you can see she also has semblances of her 3D era moves as well with her splits kick.
Again, you prove incapable of protecting the royal house.
During this lunch scene, you can see the likes of Rain, Liu Kang, Raiden, Mileena, and Tanya.
Are you unwell, princess?
With Tanya asking if Mileena is unwell, If you've seen my Melina disease theory video, you'll know I believe Rain to have just poisoned her in this very scene with the Tarkat disease. I have some crazy theories of my own you can watch about Melina and her Tarkat disease. If you want to know more about that, it will be linked down below in the description of this video.
I am fine, Tanya.
For you to hold the throne, we must keep your secret.
With Liu Kang's help, maybe they'll find a cure.
If he could have helped, he would have done so by now. We are victims of Tarkat. It disfigures, then debilitates.
In this scene, if you look at the bottom right corner while they're introducing the infected Tarkat people, you can see some of them happily ripping into a person in the background. Also notice, none of them seem to have the mouth Melina seemed to have during the Kombat cast intro.
It will turn us all into bloodthirsty monsters. Death is our only release.
When Baraka and Li Mei start fighting on this stage, you can see a Tarkat-infected giant armadillo-looking creature on the right-hand side, so the disease is not limited to just humans or humanoids. During Baraka's combat segment, you can see he seems to have a lot of forward-moving attacks in this fight scene alone. This next stage seems to be the laboratory where we have seen the transformation scene for Melina when Kenshi is looking over her in the examination table, and it's very reminiscent of MKX's Quan Chi's Fortress to me, at least when I'm looking at the library side of the map. Also, in the middle of the stage on the main table, you can find a replica of the Pyramid of Argus from Mortal Kombat Armageddon that everyone in the opening cinematic is fighting to climb. Tanya's cameo is confirmed to be Darius, a more obscure character from the franchise that appeared first in Deception and 3D era games.
Priestesses, in my heart, I am still Umgadi. I will always honor my vows.
Right now, you're about to watch my favorite fatality in maybe the entire series so far. Let me know which fatality you guys like the most. After Li Mei's explosive finish, you can actually see her arms glowing and it wraps all the way down her arms. This must be the magic that she controls and how she channels it. From what we know right now, there are at least 2 other characters who just straight up learn magic to have their powers in this game and new timeline, being Smoke and Rain, and this is confirmed through their character bios released after the Lin Kuei trailer. And finally, the final thing you didn't notice in the Umgadi trailer, and probably the biggest thing, is that if you look somewhere around here, you will actually see a big subscribe button, and if you press it, you will get gameplay, playthroughs, edited content, and above all else, Mortal Kombat 1 content news, updates, and theories. Anyways guys, that is everything you missed in the Umgadi faction trailer. Let me know, did I miss anything? Are you eagle-eyed and caught a lot of these things in your first viewings? And finally, do you want to see me do more of these with other faction trailers and ones yet to be released? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys did enjoy, consider hitting that like and subscribe button as it would help me out tremendously. And for all Mortal Kombat 1 news, updates, and theories, keep it tuned right here. I hope to catch you guys next time. Peace!